morning, guys. Take you on a walk with me this morning. So I was at a mastermind event a couple weeks ago with Jesse Bounds and Sean Crane and Victor Rapport, and just really learned a lot. And Sean really had a lot of good points that I feel are kind of crucial. They just get pushed aside and you don't realize that you have neglected to take care of. So in his speech, he was talking about how you should really work on being efficient. Not only efficient with your personal life and with your health, but with your business. And so like this morning, I did a few things around the house and thought, I need to go get those 2 balers and tractors that are still over at the alfalfa field. And so the sun is shining, it's a beautiful day, and so it's only, half mile, 3/4 mile walk from the house and the shop. And so I just put my shoes on. I thought, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm gonna kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I'll walk up there, get some steps in, get some sun, get some nice cool fall air, and go get the tractors, take them back to the shop so we can get them cleaned out and put away for the season. And just be efficient in my time instead of sitting at the house and having yet another cup of coffee, which I thoroughly enjoy drinking in the peace and quiet. I need to move. I need to get my body moving, and be efficient in my time. So that's something that I am really working on, and something I think that within this last year I knew needed to happen, but never really took it very seriously. And so after going to this event and listening to Sean, I'm not gonna be able right now to do all the things, and I know that I need to get healthier. I know that I have let myself not really go, but just, I'm in my 40s, and I have been kind of the quintessential woman that is a wife and a mother and a business owner, and truly all those things I put above myself, me as a person, as my own person, what I need and what I don't need. My boys, my husband, they come first, and that's how I am. That's who I am, and that probably will never change. But I need to make sure that I am taking some time, not necessarily every day, but for me, my goal is to feel better. If that means that I lose some weight, great. But if it means that my knees don't hurt as much, and if it means that I am able to jump off of the back of the flatbed and not feel like my back is gonna, blow out, then those are the things that I'm looking for. I want to be able to be the person who I envisioned myself being when I was in my late teens and early 20s. And this is not that person. And that's okay. But it's like Sean said, it's like taking little bits. You're not going to do everything all at once. And I know for me, I will quit that the second I started. So for me, it's walking. Like this morning, like I said, I'm walking to go get the other tractors. I'm walking to get some health, get some steps in, and be efficient. So if you do nothing for yourself other than take a few minutes, other than just sitting on your phone and scrolling, we all do it. I do it. I'm gonna still do it. But it really is wasted time. And you have to just stop and say, okay, I'm gonna go do something. And so that's what I'm doing. Learning to take time for myself, for my health. And because I look at people who are my age, who are way worse off than I am, and I look at people who are older than me, who are in their late 40s, in their 50s, and their 60s, and they're so much better off physically than I am. And I don't want to be unable to, do things later in life. Hopefully I have grandbabies someday, and I want to be able to be a good, active grandma. And I can't do that if I let myself get to a point physically right now, because it only gets harder the longer you wait. It only gets harder. So, anyways, just know that it is perfectly fine and absolutely not selfish, and you should not feel guilty for taking time for yourself, whether it's for your mental health or your physical health. Just take it. So, go get some sunshine. So this made me laugh. I'm out on my walk getting the tractors, and we live on a little country, there's a county road around here. Anyways, we have really good neighbors, and I very much appreciate them because they look out for me. We take care of each other. And I've had a couple of them stop this morning and say, "Do you need a ride, or you broke down?" No, I'm walking on purpose. So I just thought I would thank them for looking out for me. So when I was at the mastermind event, again, Sean Crane was there speaking, and he had this moment where he discussed finding gratitude and how much you can do with finding gratitude in little things in your life when it feels like everything just is not going right, or just having a really tough go of it. Looking at the gratitude, things you can be grateful for, little things. So this year marked Ronnie and I's 20th year farming. Started in 03. So I looked back today as I was on my walk and kind of looking around the farm and realizing how far we've actually come and being grateful for it. Because if you're in farming, at any point, no matter how big or how small your farm is or how long you've been doing it, there are times where you really feel as though you are on the hamster wheel, not making any progress. Feels like you're just sometimes digging a deeper hole. I understand that's business, but farming is its own cat, and it's hard to be grateful sometimes. Farming is the greatest profession to me. I absolutely love it, but it is hard sometimes to find things to be grateful for. And so with that, the 20 years, when we first started, I was working as a CNA in a retirement home and worked every shift, swing, graveyard, day shift. And Ronnie was working full-time on the farm. And so I would, depending on whatever shift I was working, if I worked day shift, I'd work my day shift, and then I'd come and help him do whatever I needed to do on the farm, change irrigation pipe, whatever. And so when we started, all we had was a Ford 5000 open cab tractor. And we used that little tractor to rake hay, to bale hay, and all we had was a little 580 baler. And anyways, I look now at what we have and how far we've come. You know, we didn't have a shop. We didn't have an office. We didn't have the ability to make upgrades to our irrigation system. And a lot of that is we didn't have the education on how to work on making those improvements. And the it is just so funny to look at it and see, you know, we were changing just single hand lines and wheel lines, and how strapped down we were, because when you have all those wheel lines and hand line and there's only two of you can be pretty efficient. I mean, we could change, what would we have, 13 or 16 hand lines, or wheel lines, excuse me, and we had us a system and we could change things. We could get all that done in like, I don't know, an hour and a half. But anyways, and now we have 3 pivots, which is efficient. It's made it so that we can conserve the water that we need to and do all the things that it frees up time for us to do other operations on the farm that we couldn't do when we very first started. But you look back at 20 years and, you know, I'm grateful for that little Ford 5000. I'm grateful for not having all of the things that we have now when we very first started. My husband probably doesn't agree with that, but I mean, we were kids, and it just makes you appreciate what you have. And are we where we want to end up? Nope. There's more improvements to be made. There's greater efficiencies to be made, and that'll come in time. So, but anyways, just finding the appreciation and the gratitude for life and what we've built and are continuing to build.